Between 2014 and 2016, Google found that the search rate of "is almond milk healthy" skyrocketed 390%. So we went out and talked to a dietitian and a nutritionist to see if almond milk was any healthier than cow's milk. First I spoke to Stefanie Lekkas, who's an accredited practicing dietitian.
So firstly, what we call alternative milks aren't actually milk. They're usually made up of a bit of the thing that they say they're a milk of, say for example nuts or soy, mixed with a whole lot of water. No, they're definitely not new products. They've been around for ages, sort of want to fit in and do something a bit trendy, and almond milk is one of those things. And I think the fact that cafes have decided that this is an okay substitute for their coffees and therefore included them on the menu has made it a bit more mainstream as well. You've got some milk alternative brands that are making these products especially for baristas. They're making like barista blend almond milk and putting thickeners and sugars in them so that they'll actually stabilise when they make. For the most part, it's not adding very much to the diet. So if you think about the reason why we have dairy foods, why we need dairy foods to be healthy, it's because they give us a lot of protein, but also a whole lot of calcium and other vitamins and minerals as well. Things like vitamin D, vitamin A, vitamin B2, vitamin B12, a bit of zinc in there as well, a bit of iodine. And so milk from a cow has all these nutrients in it, and all these nutrients are really important. So when you look at something like an almond milk, you don't really get all of those nutrients unless they've been added in by the manufacturer. And because we've got, like I mentioned before, we've got these barista blends and thickeners and sweeteners added to a lot of these alternatives, whether it is for taste purposes or for function purposes, all these additives are not naturally found in almonds. You're essentially consuming a more processed food than milk is, than cow's milk is.
And I also spoke to Karina Paskin, who's a nutritionist.
They can be a healthy option, but they also can be slightly, they have good and bad points, just like traditional milk does. If you think about infants, like mammalian infants, they're going through rapid growth and development. And what do? They have milk. So it's incredibly nutrient dense. So as a whole food, if you're going to replace it, you need to be replacing it with adequate food sources. So a lot of alternative milks out there, if they're not fortified, you can be missing out on key nutrients such as calcium, and you could possibly be running into a bit of a calcium deficiency if you're not eating enough leafy green vegetables and non-dairy sources of calcium. So it's important to look for a fortified alternative milk. Also, calcium is absorbed better from dairy sources.